World War I started with militarism, nationalism, and alliances throughout the nations. All of the countries had been at peace for 30 years, but with rising nationalism, the countries began to compete for power. Soon, countries began to use militarism and built up their armies. They invented new battle technology. Growing armies and competition created tension between the countries, and multiple alliances were formed. By 1907, two rival forces had been formed: Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy in the Central Powers, and Britain, France, and Russia in the Allies. The war was jump-started when the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, was shot at point-blank range while on a trip in Bosnia. The shooter was from Serbia, so Austria blamed it all on them. They sent Serbia a long list of demands that if they followed all of them, it would prevent a war. The government of Serbia agreed to most of the demands and said that they could negotiate the rest at a later date. Austria didn't want to negotiate and declared war on Serbia. Russia immediately allied with Serbia and declared war on Austria. Germany then joined the Austro-Hungarians, and Russia asked for France's help, but Germany didn't wait for the reply. With the war beginning, both sides began to create new war technology to enhance their war effort. This included tanks, poison gas, submarines, and airplanes. The war began on the Western Front, located in northern France, where Germany's plan to quickly defeat France and move on to Russia, known as the Schlieffen Plan, was foiled when Germany was forced to retreat in the first battle. Because the battle dragged on so long, Russian forces were able to invade Germany on the Eastern Front. Although this early advantage did little to help the Russians, who were crushed by German and Austrian forces. Though Russia's army was struggling, the numbers allowed them to keep a continual fight against Germany, preventing them from focusing their forces on the Western Front. Primarily on the Western Front, the new technique of trench warfare was used, where the men would fight from trenches. This kind of warfare caused huge loss of life with little land gain, as well as awful conditions for the soldiers. The Zimmermann Note pushed the United States closer to war. The U.S. government read a telegram written by Germany's Foreign Secretary Arthur Zimmermann, stating would assist Mexico reclaim the land it had lost to the United States. The Zimmermann Note was the last push that the United States needed to enter war. The majority of the United States already favored the Allies. In fact, they had a nice bond with England, sharing a common ancestry and language. Plus, economically, the U.S. had more ties with the Allies than the Central Powers. On that note, on April 2nd, 1917, President Wilson asked Congress to declare war on Germany on the side of the Allies. After Russia's withdrawal, Germany set to conquer the Western Front. However, the Central Powers had weakened so much the Allies secured due victory. After the war, the countries secured the Treaty of Versailles. This treaty ensured that Germany and the Central Powers, mainly Germany, would lose a lot of their power. Also, military ability and land. Though the intention of this was to create peace, there was an ominous fate looming for Germany.